Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Ascolese, the inventress. Welcome to my podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Ascolese, the inventress. Welcome to our podcast. I'm here with my incredible daughter, Brittany Ascolese.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing, Brittany?
I'm doing all right.
What's going on?
Not much.
I miss you.
We just saw each other.
When?
The other day.
Yeah, I know, but you're turning 29.
I think I am 29.
You are. Yep. You turned 20. You know what? I was thinking you were like 27. Honestly, I almost got you 27 for the cake.
Well, I think I look the same from 27 to 29. It's the jump from 20 in 2021. You know, it's so funny. You never know how you age, because I look at myself now and then I look at me even 3-4 years ago. It's like, what part of me got older?
None of it.
No.
Your face remained the same.
There was something.
What was that? What was it?
Maybe my nose.
No, your nose
because your nose never
the
stops
same.
growing. No, your nose never stops growing. That's the fact. I think nose and earlobes, never stop growing. Look it up. I think I have darker circles. There's something different. Something's amiss.
Circles
under my eyes.
You look spectacular. You look exactly the same.
All right, whatever.
Look at those little fingers.
Yeah, my fingers will stay the same.
Baby fingers. I love it. Well, happy birthday, my baby. You have a birthday month.
Yeah.
We celebrate forever.
We are big into celebrating birthdays for a very long time.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's just how we roll.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's another great year. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Loving it. So proud of you too, Brittany. So anyway, what did you do this week? Anything good? Anything crazy?
No, I can't remember. See, that's another thing of old age. You can't remember jack. I don't know. I probably did something great, but who knows?
Phil and I actually went to the movies. We went to see A Star is Born.
How was it?
Amazing.
I feel like everyone has seen that. I'm just gonna wait.
Okay? Well, is it still playing? Was it Freehold Mall?
Maybe.
It was the best movie I'd seen in a very long time. It was like going to a concert and a movie at the same time. Lady Gaga, off the chain, of course. Bradley Cooper, cute as a button, and his voice was really, I could not believe it. I couldn't believe that he went from acting to being an incredible onstage guitarist and
he's a director.
Singer.
He directed the movie.
And a director. The
So
music
good.
was incredible. I could see how they would fall in love. I see now how actors fall in love on set.
Oh, yeah. There's good chemistry. Yeah.
Is she's broke up with her boyfriend too, didn't she?
Her fiance, they were engaged.
Her fiance. Her fiance. She actually broke up. You think that's why?
I don't know.
I
I don't want to start any rumors.
I know. Well, this is not a rumor podcast, so we're not gonna go there.
No. Speaking of rumors, it's not really a rumor. The buzz that's going on lately, now we'll just make this like a situational thing. If you had a good amount of money and you are well known to the public eye, you're on sitcoms, shows, made for TV movies, and you have a daughter going into college or what have you, and you want her to do so well that you are going to pay a teacher or some type of administrative person, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars, get my daughter into this college.
I'm devastated. I know where you're going with this one.
Would you even do that?
Of course not. You're talking about, it's not just Lori Loughlin. It happened to a lot of people, and it's such a sad state of affairs. It's so upsetting for them mostly. I mean, just because it's going to die in the media and people are going to go on. But they have their lives to live, and I'm sad. Believe it or not, it was wrong, but I'm sad for them. I'm sad for their families. They made a terrible mistake. people make mistakes, and yes, it affected so many other students at colleges who couldn't get in, who had good grades, who couldn't get in because some children were paid, the colleges were paid to get their kids in, and it's so unfair, but it's incredibly sad. I live, for Hallmark during the winter time, and she was the face of Hallmark.
Yeah,
and I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm sure they'll pull. What do you think? You think they're going to pull the segments that she was on?
Yeah. What if I was a person? Like if I had, if I owned Hallmark or Lifetime, and I know that a big part of our movies was this star, and now she's might go to jail. That's not a good look for, they have to cover them.
Yeah.
Just like I'm sure with any other celebrity that goes through a scandal, their endorsements are going to get pulled.
Yeah.
Everything
sad.
is gone.
It's really sad.
I can't think
upsetting.
of a celebrity off the top of my head, but it's like, you're done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Well, there are many, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I feel bad for her daughter because her daughter's being dragged into it as well. Mm-hmm. She had a partnership with Sephora.
I didn't even know that. I didn't realize. I saw a YouTube video recently, but I didn't know she had a line with Sephora.
Yeah. Well, I just read that. I just found that out.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's devastating.
Who out there would ever do that? I want to know. I want to know, for you listeners out there, would any one of you ever, if you had that much money, pay off? Who did they pay off? Professors and
I think there was a soccer coach or something to get her in to do soccer. I think that was just the easiest way to get a person in, through like a sports scholarship in a way.
But you know what I think about the kids' self-esteem? Okay, so what does that do for your kids' self-esteem if you're paying for them to get into college because they can't do it on their own merit? What does that? If I paid for you to get into Yale, behind your back.
Like, honestly, I'd be upset with you because I probably didn't want to go to Yale.
How much pressure would that be? You're not making the grades, right? You're not cutting the grades to get to pass your SATs on your own. That is so much pressure on the child to get through, unless, you know what? Actually, let me backtrack, because maybe their grades would be paid for the entire time.
You're probably right.
Because how could they expect them to live up to the standards, right?
I don't even know how that would even work, because they would have to pay off each professor. Like, I don't understand that.
It worked the first time. They got in,
Yeah, they got in, but like, I just don't get it. Mm-hmm. So they would have to pay each because they know the grades that they're giving. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand how that works.
I know.
But either way, I would be very upset. I honestly, I didn't want to go to college, but I went anyway. Because I had no choice.
Right.
But no, I don't like that at all. I really hope, hopefully it's not going to be so bad. I know Lori Loughlin, I think, is still doing some work. And the other one, Felicity Huffman from Desperate Housewives, did the same thing with her child, which, I just don't get it.
It's all sad.
I just don't get it.
They're going to be living very upset and unstable lives for a little while,
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on to more positive things.
While we were talking about this, or while you were talking, I kept smelling this TeaScape tea, and that's actually who we're interviewing is Kathleen Edinger, founder of TeaScapes, and she does amazing mixtures of loose teas. It smells so good. I'm gonna shake it into the microphone. You hear that? That's beautiful.
The smell. I'm smelling the Beach Memories, which is one of my favorite teas that she created.
I love the Fireside. It smells so good, and it's gluten-free. My ingredients are Robios, if I'm mispronouncing that, sorry. Lemongrass and orange peel. Rubios.
I can't read mine. I just can't see.
Yeah, that's another reason why I don't want to get any older.
I'm admitting it.
I can't
If I pull it all the way out, well, I can see brewing green tea, and that's as far as I go.
Well, go down where it says ingredients.
What line is that? What
I
can't
line?
see it. I can't even see that. All right, so maybe it's, let me see your can. Maybe it's the color of my can, why I can't see it. Let me see. No, your can is a little bit clearer. I can see.
Beach Memories. You have a lot of ingredients in Beach Memories.
You can actually see that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And my birthday isn't for 6 months.
Beach Memories has green tea, safflowers, marigold, cornflower.
I think you have more light over there.
Okay.
I think the lighting is better over there.
Dried apples, strawberries,
Do you have on
hibiscus.
contact lenses?
Well, yeah. Kiwi, but you don't wear glasses though. Rose petals, orange peel, natural flavors. Smells. I like mine better. I like my my fireside.
I love mine better. I love mine.
Fireside chat. You just want to chit chat by the fire, and Kathleen will explain how she came up with all these different types of teas, and it took her X amount of time to learn, and the mixture she's always learning.
Classes.
It's so.
She took
I
classes.
love this. I love this tea. This is great, and everyone will find out how to get these teas and where she is. Yeah, I'm very excited that everyone gets to hear Kathleen and her story. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Without further ado, the amazing TeaScapes founder, Kathleen Edinger.
So the lovely Kathleen Edinger of TeaScapes. Kathleen, so happy to have you on our show. Incredible AOWIE member, sister, wild woman in a good way. Gets things done. When I say wild, gets things done. And has a magnificent tea bar in it's what town would that be considered?
We're in Atlantic Highlands.
It is the Atlantic Highlands. So there's Highlands and there's Atlantic Highlands.
Correct.
Well, yours is in Atlantic Highlands, and it's the most magnificent little spot.
In New Jersey, correct?
It's in New Jersey.
Yes.
It's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
And Kathleen, tell us about your space and how when you moved in. And I'd like to. You have a lot of events that go on there, and I can't even describe the beauty and the magnificence, but you're going to tell everybody how to get there and your website. But let's talk about that space and when you actually opened up and what goes on there.
I'll step back a little bit. I'm actually a retired physical therapist. That was my profession for 24 years. And in 2014, I retired. And I was like, now what do I want to do? Now that I'm retired, it's more like that. Now that I'm growing up, what do I want to do in my life? And my husband, for my birthday, had given me a flowering tea and teapot. And it was really cool looking. And I kind of went, this is interesting. I wonder what else is involved in the premium tea in the industry in itself. So I started tasting all sorts of different types of premium teas. I got a trade magazine and started really researching the industry.
Now, did you like tea? Did you have a passion for tea?
I did. It's actually, I call it more of a rediscovered love for tea because I always grew up. When I grew up, we had iced tea. That was a big thing we had growing up.
Right.
And usually I had tea if I was sick, type of thing, to settle your stomach and things like that. But my family as a whole, we never really drank a lot of tea. My parents were more coffee drinkers than anything. So it was more as an adult that I kind of rediscovered the love for tea. And coffee, I do drink coffee as well, but it doesn't like me. So I have to be careful how much coffee I do drink because it's an inflammatory for me. So I did need to find something else anyway. And so with regards to the tea, I just started researching the industry and was like, what can I do can I do this for a living? What is it like and things like that. So I took a class with a reputable tea company It was a tea consultant.
So you
I
actually
also
take
did
a class. You take a class.
I took a class because here I'm a physical therapist selling tea.
Right. Right.
So
exactly.
I'm thinking for credibility purposes,
What a
I think
segue.
I need to be able to actually know what I'm talking about. So so I got a tea consultant certification and a tea and etiquette consultant. So I can talk about all sorts of different things about etiquette. So I have
love
that as well.
We need to. Well, are you teaching classes?
I will be teaching classes, and I'm going to be doing those on Thursday nights, and I call them Tea and Time for You Thursday. So it's everything tea. So it'll be tea tastings, it'll be tea and etiquette, because there's business etiquette as well. People don't realize. I have done some etiquette classes in the past. I did one for a Girl Scout troop for one of their badges, so the girls got to learn a little bit about etiquette. And but I definitely want to expand more of that. So also tea and coloring, because not everybody drinks. So we were definitely a sober bar. So once I'm just going to back up a little bit. So once I did the certification, I was mobile with my business for 3 years.
That's fantastic.
Which meant I did events. And you met me at an event.
I searched for you at the event. I sought you out and I found you. See, speaking things into existence does work, right?
It does. It does. And I was honored to meet you. So I was like, wow, look at this. So it was a lot of fun.
No, that was an amazing day. So for those of you out there, I've got to tell you. So when I guess this was 3 years into AOWIE, or was it the first year? Was that 2014, Kathleen? I think that was 2014. We were having our conference out in Burlington. I think that was the first one.
It was.
And it was Burlington, New Jersey, and we were having plenty of vendors. And I said, I absolutely need to have a person there who has teas, wonderful teas. And I was obsessed with it. Tara was like, what's with you and the tea? I said, I need to find a person who has teas. And we were at Brookdale College, right?
Right.
And they were having this big event. What's her name from Housewives was there?
Carolyn Manzo.
Carolyn Manzo.
Yeah.
Carolyn Manzo was there.
Yeah, I think it was the women's expo. New Jersey Women's Expo, I think.
Yes, something like that. And it was the end of the day, actually. And we were probably the last 10 people in the space. And I looked and I was like, there's tea. And ran over to your table.
Right down. You went right down the aisle. I was at the end of the aisle.
Ran right down to the aisle.
It's like a group of you came right at me.
Exactly. I'm like, there she is. And there we found you. And
we were talking. Yeah, we got thrown out.
We got thrown out, exactly. And you, she kind of yelled at us a little bit. Exactly. But it was a love. It was a love thing from that day. And you've been to every AOWIE conference since. I think you might have missed one. But you set up that day, right? You came by yourself and you and your husband had an event. I think you had an event that same day and your Jim went to one and you came to ours. Right?
Yeah, it was for our church. So I told Jim, I said, you can do this on your own, right? He's like, I said, we're going to have to because I got to go down to Burlington.
I love it.
We divide and conquer.
And you do. And that's what you did. So let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a lot about your teas, the different types of teas that you serve at your bar. And you also have snacks and things like that. So let's talk about that.
Well, the bar, because I kind of outgrew my space. I was taking over my house. I needed to find a space. So in April of 2017, I opened the tea bar in Atlantic Highlands, and we went from 8 teas, which were in tins. 6 of them were signature blends. I used a master blender to help me with that since we were new with the industry, and 2 other teas. And
you said a master blender.
A master tea blender, yes.
And that's a person.
It takes a while. It's somebody who's been blending tea for years.
That's incredible.
So I want somebody who was very experienced, so that I created something that was tasty. I definitely, what I did was I'd come up with the idea. The first tea we had was Beach Memories, and I wanted a tea that kind of reflected where we were living. And I'm like, okay, we're near a beach, and I want a tea that people can drink on the beach. And
That's
so
cool.
when I told the master blender what I wanted, I kind of went, this is what I'm looking at. I want a green tea. I want some fruits and things like that. They pulled it together and we worked together to come up with the blend. And I as I tasted it and I looked at the color of it and I did an evaluation of the tea, I went beach memories. And I'm like, the idea behind the tea is it creates a moment in time. So when people drink beach memories, they can drink it iced while they're on the beach. And then when they go home, they can brew a cup of tea and remember being on the beach. So that's hence the name beach memories. And each of the teas, when we name them or we come up with the blend, it's got to mean something. And so we have been right. So that's why we did that. So we went from 8 teas when we opened the bar to now over 50 different types of teas. It's an international tea bar. I want people to really experience all sorts of different teas from all over the world.
And they are delicious.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
hooked.
Yeah, you like spring break. You like spring break. That's one of your favorites.
Love spring break. Light, delicious.
Peach apricot papaya infused Sri Lankan black. Yeah.
And
actually that one, just so you know, my husband, we were kind of playing with what we could do with the tea. And my husband said he named it spring break because he said think vodka and rum. And he's right, because we actually took spring break last year and we took Shipwreck Rum, which is a local rum company in Atlantic Highlands, and we took their white reserve and we made a spirited break.
Really?
And with a little bit of simple syrup, a little bit of fruit. Oh yeah, you've got a beautiful cocktail.
Oh my God, that sounds phenomenal.
We're starting to dabble on doing different types of things like that with the tea as well.
You know what I like too is just the soulful gray.
Yes.
That's
easy. Funny because I have 2 grays that I came up with, and one I wanted soulful, and I told him, I said, I want a gray that's a little softer than normal gray. I wanted, I'm thinking rose. So we worked together with this, and we came out with soulful gray. But then it came out and gave me another one, and they said, this one's unique. What do you think? And it's Earl Grey with lavender and jasmine green tea. So it's a black green mix. And I'm like, this is very exotic. And when you think of jasmine flowers, it's an exotic flower. And so I was like, oh my gosh, exotic gray. And I couldn't pick which gray, so I picked both. So now we have a soulful gray and exotic gray.
Well, I love the sound of soulful gray. I love the soulful.
Yes.
And Brittany's here. Brittany has her favorite.
I like the fireside chat.
Ooh, the fireside chat. That was our 3rd blend. I wanted a green, a black, and an herbal. So we had Beach Memories, Spring Break, and Fireside Chat.
I love it.
And Fireside Chat, I wanted something that people could drink at night because or if they can't have any caffeine. When I saw the beautiful amber, so I saw the beautiful amber, the beautiful color of the liquor. That's what we call the tea. The tea itself is called a liquor. The tea liquor, all I could think of was fire. And I was like, wow. And then Fireside Chat just came about as, you could sit around a fire and drink this tea. And that's where the name came from that.
And they're so fragrant.
Simple tea, but it was actually the most challenging to figure out exactly what we wanted, even though it was only 3 ingredients.
And it's fragrant. The fragrance, it's just, and that's why I think I like the Beach Memories the best, because it stands out. It's smooth. It's delectable on the tongue, and you can taste it. Some teas you really can't taste the flavor. This you can taste.
Yes.
This you really taste, and I love it. You guys have done an amazing, amazing job. I can't even believe it. And you took classes, which is mind-boggling. I'm sure people out there don't know what actually goes into.
I'm still taking classes just to continue learning about the whole industry, learning about tea. It's just a lifelong journey of education because there's so much. We want to be able to learn more about blending, learn more about just evaluating tea, and there's definitely a science behind blending. It's just like I learn so much every single time I take a course. So yeah,
No, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
So Kathleen, tell us some of the events that go on at the tea bar.
Well, what we do is we have on Tuesday evenings we have what's called Beyond the Tea Tuesdays, and we also have Spot of Tea Fridays. And
a spot of tea. I had to say that.
Of tea.
A
And actually,
spot of tea. Do you have crumpets?
It came from a client. At first, I was going to call, thank God it's fried tea, and he just shook his head no at me. And I said, "We have something better." And he goes, and he did. He's from Britain, actually, and he said, "Spot of tea." Friday,
that's great.
Spot of tea.
And
I said, "I'm taking that." So I liked it, and so we took it. And so the purpose behind those 2 days is for local businesses, artists, musicians, anyone to really promote themselves, or for us to help, kind of cross promote, and that's what we're doing. Like the first Tuesday now of every month, we're having an open mic. And
I like that.
And yes.
And what happens? Wait, let's back up. What happens at the open mic? What are they singing?
Well, we haven't had one yet.
Oh, okay.
Anybody. And we haven't had one. We actually our first one was last Tuesday, but it, I think it was too cold for everybody to come out, so we didn't have anybody. But we're going to continue having it until we can kind of build people's awareness of us having that. So it's it could be a poetry slam. If you've got poetry you want to share, if you want to read a chapter from a book, if you want to give an act something, if you want to sing, I don't care.
Oh, that's
you have
awesome.
a small enough space. You don't need an amp. You don't need anything. It's a small enough space. And I thought more about it because I had a fantastic musician in there, Joe Weimer. She actually sang at our grand reopening last year. August, we suffered some water damage and some storms that came through, so we ended up being closed for 3 months.
Yeah.
And she said, "I'd love to come and sing at your grand reopening." And I'm like, wow, I'm amazed. So she planted herself there, and her voice is just unbelievable.
What's her name again? What's her name?
Joe Weimer.
Joe Weimer.
Weimer. Yeah, amazing musician. She actually was our older son's vocal coach. That's how we got to know her, because she was helping him with musicals that he was in high school.
Very good.
And that's how we got to know her. But amazing musician. And then she came back. She said, "Oh my gosh, I really enjoyed playing there. And I'd like to come back and do a Saturday." She was here back in February, and just sat there and again played, and it was just it added to the beautiful energy.
And guitar. She plays the guitar.
She just did acoustic guitar.
Acoustic. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And how many people came? Was it a full house or?
We had it was the grand reopening. We had a lot of people. It was just kind of throughout the day that people came in.
Yeah.
And but even that Saturday, people started coming in. And the nice thing about it is, if people want to do things like that, once a day, the weather gets better, we can just open the door and people can hear the music going out onto the street.
And you're in a great town. You've got all those little shops, quaint little shops by you, and you just do gather. You have a lot of young people there with shops. That's a relatively old town too, isn't it?
Oh, it's a very old town, and it's amazing. It's got a lot of history, and we've got a lot of development that's occurring. A lot of new shops that are opening up, new restaurants getting ready to open up. A new apartment complex with retail that's being built. So the town is growing, and you got something for everybody there.
Yeah.
And that's what's beautiful about that town, and that's why we picked that town, because it's very homey. It's got a marina. It's a ferry town.
Love that the most. Right by the water.
Right, and you've just got, and of course the people in the town they're just wonderful people. So it's nice. It's a nice town, and along with our tea, because you were asking me about that, we also have we're gluten free, and so we only serve gluten free, light fare today. And goodies. Yeah, and I'm very big on cross promoting other businesses. So we do finger sandwiches. We use gluten free bread, but we use the fillers from the local bagel shop right up the street, Atlantic Bagel Company. So, and it helps because if people like those, then I can tell them you can get more up the street from them. So it helps, we help each other. And then
And you have
baked goods,
gifts.
same
You have
thing.
gifts. You have wonderful gifts to purchase. I did so well in your
Absolutely.
store.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, everybody got a teacup with the strainer and the spoon.
Oh, there's so much that you can do
Beautiful. I wanted, and actually, I got my daughters 2 beautiful tea sets. Remember the tea
nice.
sets I bought last
Good.
year?
That's right.
Last Christmas for the it was last Christmas.
Yeah, I can't believe it doesn't feel like last Christmas.
No,
Yeah.
not this past, the
Yeah,
year before.
Yeah,
year
yeah.
before. Beautiful. So you have
Something for everybody.
there
something
is.
for everybody.
The gifts are phenomenal. Everything in the store is very, very unique. And the way you designed it is just outrageous, just beautiful. Your painting, your artwork, all of it. And then you have art playing on the TV, right? Moving art.
Well, yeah. What we've done is I put together a really good team. I had the people who participated in making the space that it is today it was a collective effort, and the different artists who participated in creating the art that's on the walls, on the doors, and it just it's amazing.
It's an experience.
I'll do a throw out there too. You got Linda Principe. She was the interior designer. And the 2 artists who put the artwork on the walls were Frankie DeSoro and Gemma Facette. Gemma Facette did my door.
Really?
And, which is amazing. Oh, yeah. It's amazing
beautiful.
Because it was all stained glass, bits and pieces of glass. That was just amazing that time. Took her 3 weeks to do it. So it adds to the energy of the bar. The whole idea behind it is I want people to walk in and be able to unplug, zen and peace.
Yeah.
And that's exactly with.
As soon as you walk into your bar, you feel it. It's a relaxed space. It's beautiful. You can eat. You can have, like you said, finger sandwiches and all the teas you can possibly imagine. And it smells delightful.
And it's the experience. It's the experience. We want people to have the experience. And you were talking about moving art, right? Peggy Massey, her DVDs, and I put them in there because I don't want people just looking at a black smart TV because it is black TV on the wall. So I wanted something there that added to that. And so her moving art videos that allow the art to move slowly across the video, across the screen, just adds to the ambiance. And then of course in the winter we have a Yule log that's playing. So
nice.
So yes, we do it. We change it up seasonally. And the whole idea behind the smart TV is for people to be able to utilize that if they have if they use our space for promoting themselves and things like that. If they're having a networking event or some sort of workshop, they have the ability to access the internet and do PowerPoint and run videos. Anything that they want to do, they can do that on the TV.
And so I would have to say it's such a small world because you know that Peggy Massey, you probably know this, Peggy Massey is one of my clients. And I took Peggy Massey and her moving art to QVC.
Yep.
Isn't that funny?
I found that out afterwards. I think you saw it on she was there at an event and you both were like, oh my gosh.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
That's moving art. It is. It's a small world. It's a small world, but and powerful women band together and she's obviously.
Yeah, so she's an amazing woman.
She is.
And so it's amazing. So that's the purpose of that space is to bring people together or to reconnect other people. So
how do they get
depending
there?
On
give us the address. I don't want to forget to shout out all of your social media platforms, your website, how they can contact you and connect.
Absolutely. We're located at 68 First Avenue, Suite K, as in Kathleen, Atlantic Highlands, 07716. How about that?
They did that on purpose.
I did. www.enjoyteascapes.com is our website. And our website is still going to be going through an evolution. So people just have to be patient with us to be able to get more products on our website. So we're in the process of redesigning our labeling and stuff like that. So that will be reflected in the website as we go along. But we do have an e-commerce, so people can order tea and a variety of accessories online. And I do have regular people who do that too, which is amazing.
That
So
was
we
my
do
next
ship
question. Yes, you
we
do
ship
ship.
throughout the continental United States. Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So it's nice.
Now, and
And I'm
you
glad to
also
provide
have
that.
things gifted. I came there. You had was it a Christmas party? What was the party? The party that I went to? We had a few parties that day.
Yeah, I
I
think we
came to
did. Yeah,
you.
I think it was an AO event that we did.
Well, we did the AOE
And
event last year where we did the musical chairs and all that good stuff. That was year
yes.
before last, right?
Yeah.
That was a blast.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
you had, I think it was an open house. It was an open house right after you fixed up from the storm, right?
Oh, well, I did a grand reopening.
You did a grand
Well, first of all,
reopening.
yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, let me think. We did I think maybe you're thinking of in July, right
No,
before
it
the
was cold.
storm.
Nope, it was cold because I
It was
bought a big
cold.
basket from your shop because I was going
It had to be
to
the grand reopening then in
the
November.
Gerhardt. It was November. Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yep. Because we did right before the storm. We had just celebrated a 1 year anniversary, which was actually officially in April. But it just wasn't working timing wise for everybody. So we did a customer extravaganza and a 1 year anniversary on July 28th. And then a week later, we had the storms.
Oh,
So, yeah, that's all right. It was just, for me, it gave me a chance to kind of regroup and kind of rethink and reformulate what I wanted out of the company.
and you came
And
back more powerful than ever, Kathleen.
I did. I had a lot of support from my husband. I had a lot of support from my family and my team. And thank you. It was the way I looked at it is, there were a lot of people who suffered from those storms, and it wasn't my home. So once I
Yes.
kind of picked myself up off the ground, I realized that and went, okay, let's regroup. We can do this, and basically restored it. It was pretty much gutted at one point because we had to pull the floor up. We had to access damage that was behind the wall. So the whole thing was like we had just started all over again.
And you came
But
back. You came back
I did.
strong. That's perseverance. And again, I
Yeah.
mean, you said it. I spoke with, we interviewed Audrey Davis also. And, she talked about her husband and how much he supports her. And that's really what it's all about. When you have a good
It's very,
support
very
system, a
important.
great team, a great family, you can come back from anything. You really can,
Absolutely. And I'm
by
very
the grace
blessed.
of
I'm
God,
very
right?
blessed. Jim is part owner. He has a small ownership of the company, but he enjoys working it. He enjoys helping me reach my dream and really help us share our brand, which is enjoy the moment. The whole idea is our mission is to encourage people to step away from the chaos of the day, make time for themselves and enjoy the moment.
I
And
love
I've
it.
had many people who've done that, who've come in and just kind of just needed that moment to regroup. I've had people come in and they recently mourn the loss of a loved one or a friend, and you don't know what people are bringing in when they come in the bar.
That's right.
And it's very important for me now that I take care of myself, live my brand and myself. It's always a constant thing for everybody to work on that when I step into my bar, I want to make sure that I'm not bringing any negative energy into that space. Because if people come in, they need to come in to either heal, they need to come in and be able to just, celebrate something or just kind of just regroup. I've had people do that, and it's an amazing the stories that you hear, and they're like, I just needed that. I even stay open for people. We typically we're open right now from Tuesday through Saturdays from 11 to 6 and Sundays from 1 to 6. We're closed on Mondays, and it's amazing. I've stayed open till 7, 8 o'clock at night if people needed to stay there, as long as I didn't have anywhere to go.
And that's the
I will
best
stay
thing,
open.
that's the best thing about you. We actually stayed there late a couple of times too. I think pretty much
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with
past
that.
8 o'clock. I think it was more like
That's
10.
okay.
And it was phenomenal. It's such a relaxing space. And that's what you
Thank you.
offer to everybody. So everyone listening, please, you must go out and check out TeaScapes. And again, repeat that website.
Yep, the
Kathleen?
website. Yeah, I'll do the website and also do my social media. The website is www.enjoyteascapes.com, and our Facebook and Instagram are at Enjoy TeaScapes, and my Twitter is TeaScapes. But primarily Facebook and Instagram are my main platforms.
So please, everyone out there, like, share, go and visit TeaScapes. It's Atlantic Highlands, and it's beautiful.
Yes, and I tell people, if you really want to follow us on Facebook or Instagram. You'll see what events we're doing. Also, I have an event calendar on my website, and I keep that updated. The next event that we have coming is actually a gal who's got a regular monthly book club from 4 to 6 on the 4th Tuesday of the month. So it's going to be March 26th from 4 to 6. And if people want to know more about that, they can see it on the event on the website and contact Laura. She's the one who's running her little book club, and they can let her know if they want to participate in the book club.
That's great. And all are welcome, right? This is everybody's welcome to come.
Yeah, everybody's welcome to come. Just let her know so she can get the information to the person, what book that they're going through at that moment. And then our next open mic is going to be April 2nd from 6 to 8.
Oh, very good.
So all you musicians, poets, authors, comedians.
Come on out. Come on out. We love the laughter. I like that.
Come on out.
Dance and sing, right?
That's right. You can do anything you want. Just can't have alcohol. We're a sober
No
bar.
alcohol, guys. Just so leave it at home. Just tea. Just tea.
We're a sober bar.
Anyway, Kathleen,
you can take the tea with you and have the alcohol. Exactly.
And it's delicious. You won't want alcohol when you're there. This is enough. The tea is quite enough. Kathleen, you have been wonderful. Thank you so much for being on our podcast. Much. You are the best. We love you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love you guys too.
And we look forward to seeing you at your next event and our next event also. I think you got the email.
You got it. We're coming in April. That's right. I'll be there. It's in my calendar.
Yep. Our member brunch, lunch, whatever it's going to be. I'll keep you posted. Right. Kathleen, thank you so much, my love. You're the best.
You're the best. Kathleen.
And we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Brittany. Love you, guys.
All right. Love you, honey. Take care.
Good night.
Okay. Bye-bye. What a great interview with Kathleen.
She was great. She's so fun. What a trailblazer that she is.
Yeah, she is. Going
through so much with her store and doing open mic nights and everything. I got to go to this tea bar, and I have never gone, which is shocking.
Mm-hmm.
I just get spoiled by you giving me all these different types of teas, tea sets and everything. I just have to go myself.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's absolutely magnificent. And she's a doll. She's a lovely person. She's an AOWIE member. She's strong, and she's divine. I mean, the way we met, we talked about that, but I talked about that before, Brittany. But just an amazing woman who just deserves the best of the best, and I'm so glad for her, so happy for her that she was actually able to reopen her store after that incredible storm.
Yeah,
took it out.
Yep, really happy for her. But everyone, we will keep talking about our conference, our AOWIE conference. Kathleen will definitely be there. She's our AOWIE member. If you want to know how you want to become even a vendor for our conference or just attend, go to AOWIE.com to register. The conference is Saturday, June 29th at the Grand at 1600 in Lakewood, New Jersey.
Remember, Brittany, the 2-minute elevator pitch.
Yes. Also, if you have a product that's patented and you want to take your shot in giving a 2-minute elevator pitch to our panel, same thing. Register on AOWE.com or inventingatoz.com, inventingatoz.com to have your chance. We're only picking a select few, like 5 people. So make sure you register and apply for that spot. Also, if you have any other questions you want to give to the inventress, my mother, what's that email, Mama?
They can email me. Certainly come. Go to my email, lisa@inventingatoz or info@inventingatoz.com. Go to the website. Do your due diligence and check me out.
Absolutely.
It's inventingatoz.com. And you can, when you go on the site, you'll see consultations. You'll see many of my clients. You'll see a client list, testimonials, etc. So don't be shy. Definitely go to my website, inventingatoz.com.
So many plugs to that website. I'm happy we said it so many times.
I know you like that. That's why I had to repeat
favorite. Also, guys, if you have any questions that you want to have answered on the podcast, go to theinventresspodcast@gmail.com. And also make sure you keep listening to us. Rate and review the Adventurous Podcast. You can get us on wherever you hear podcasts, whether it be Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, etc. Also, just keep on listening. We love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging in there for so long. If you want to get in touch with my mother, Facebook, Lisa Ascolese, YouTube, she has a really good YouTube channel. She has tip of the weeks, spotlights, anything like that. Go to Lisa Ascolese on YouTube. She has an Instagram, The Inventress. She's everywhere. You can't miss her. If you missed her, you're doing something wrong because she is everywhere.
And I mean everywhere.
Yes.
Well, until next time, right? Are we wrapping up?
We're wrapping.
Please remember to lift each other up 2 hands at a time. And you know that sometimes you've got to use your foot. Until next time, guys, peace.